Hills, more traffic, radio sun, call a friend. News and exits, what did we talk about the other night? Something about her face growing inside me, how it's possible she's here, there, just growing and from where. Forget knowing how or when things begin, otherwise it's too easy. Okay to be suspended, bookended in place and time, how else like driving is the most natural thing. There's an intake for every entry, exit for every laughter. Multicolored dots resemble a laughter the way you hear it. In the Hollywood Hills where I work is a pig named Peppa who comforts addicts and soaks up all their insurance and sadness. Solitude, a birth, pregnancy, or burial, mostly a misunderstood performance. Peppa moves toward me while on the phone with the bank, trying to figure out if the outdoor furniture from last month was fraudulent, forgotten, or regret. Does one enjoy the sun enough to build an afternoon or family around it? I would drive a while to look for rain and think of Peppa and how much happiness she gave while lonely and sad. How manipulative I am for many bacon-filled mornings with so much sun and solitude. On becoming a parent, we mourn the loss of parents and what they meant. The loss is one thing and parents are another. That parents are another seals the gap between finalizing the loss and not wanting them to be so. That they are other and separate and not so. For what do these big words mean? If loss is a continuum because of time, if loss is a spectrum because parents are often indecipherable, then what are these parents but an outline, list, configuration, memory? Can one be so reliable to know about parents and loss? Much less mourn them if they are these sets of unreliable things. If they are two halves that make up yet another unreliable thing like you, which makes them always here in us or where. It was like any other day. A line went around a badly designed lake. The same Dodgers blue sky. The side of a food truck, but likely someone's tent. There were probably hundreds of essential people waiting their turn. The woman in front of me said I should airdrop my QR code to her in case my phone died. It would be another 2 hours. She said good thing she brought podcasts and sank away into her shadow. I said have fun, concealing an unrecognizable sarcasm behind a worn-out N95 mask. I've become less sarcastic since wearing a mask. Beginning at the end of the line with the dying phone is when I started to notice the sun. Then the sun led me to everyone's shadow. As we slowly moved forward, the world opened up. It opened up so much, things appeared grouped together. The skaters were in another space and time, their hardcore devotion to lanky casualness and self-mastery. And then a few feet away, someone's empty tent that belonged to a woman washing herself in the public sink. I looked back to where the line ended and only saw more people, making the end longer. A cargo train went by, and I remembered death camps and soldiers directing people to gas chambers. The woman in front, who kept my QR code, turned around to look at me without taking out her earphones. Lost in some podcast, she still made some effort to silently direct my attention toward a frustrated mob of geese that were confused about everyone's presence in their park. I communicated with my eyebrows, seeing her split into two different worlds, that of where we were and whatever story she wanted to be in. I wasn't sure about this vaccine because it would mean having to enter to another dimension while already getting used to this one of uncertainty.